Good afternoon, I'm Denise Tan and this is One News Now. We give you some transport updates this Wednesday, December 27. At the Parañaque Integrated Terminal Exchange or PTEX, buses are constantly loading and unloading passengers. Several travelers are hoping to catch a ride back to provinces while some are already returning to Metro Manila. As of 8 a.m. today, PTEX has recorded around 28,000 passengers. It's the same scene at the bus terminals in Cubao, Quezon City. Inbound and outbound passengers are flocking there ahead of the long New Year holiday. Dispatchers assured that there are enough buses plying their usual routes. There are around 4,000 commuters in the said terminal daily. Meanwhile, work resumed for many today after an extended Christmas holiday. At the Roxas Boulevard EDSA flyover, heavy traffic greeted motorists this morning. That's because the Public Works Department closed the thoroughfare's northbound lane for repairs. Alternate routes have been put in place as the rehabilitation of the road will last until Saturday, December 30. And after 6 years, the Philippine National Railways reopens the Naga and Legazpi route. Starting today, the train line will run 2 daily trips each to and from the two cities, covering 101 kilometers. Travel time end-to-end is about 3 hours. Tickets are priced between 15 and 155 pesos depending on the distance. The train service was halted back in 2017 due to the lack of coaches and locomotives. 5 days before the new year, the total number of fireworks-related injuries has climbed to 75. From December 26 to 23, new cases were recorded. Most of these were due to use of illegal firecrackers. 5 instances of these injuries had led to finger and hand amputation. This year, prices of firecrackers and fireworks in Bocaue, Bulacan have increased. Although from the point of view of manufacturers and sellers, said items are actually cheaper because of a decrease in the prices of raw materials. Quitis is currently at 8 pesos per piece while sawa sells for 800 pesos. For those looking to buy fireworks, a set is priced at 1,800 to 2,000 pesos. Speaking of fireworks, they're not at all good for our pets. How can we protect our fur babies from the noise, especially on New Year's Eve? Laila Pangilinan tells us in this report.
It's not even New Year's Eve when fireworks and firecrackers are at their grandest and loudest. Yet 5-month-old puppy Pete is already restless at the slightest unfamiliar sound.
Dito siya sa gatago sa tricycle. Tago siya dyan. Tapos pag pumasok ako sa loob, sunod siya. Tapos paglabas ko, sunod din siya. Tapos pag tinatawag ko siya, lalapit siya sa akin. Kung matulog na ako, tulog din siya.
Pete's behavior is not unusual. Dogs, cats, and other animals have stronger sense of smell and hearing than humans and are more sensitive to flashing lights and loud noises. Even the health department recognizes pet distress, especially during the holiday season. So what can fur parents do?
Safe lang po sa bahay para hindi po matrigger yung aso sa mga putok.
Nagpe-play kami ng loud music na lang kesa nakikinig nila yung mga putok.
Aside from providing a quiet and safe shelter for fur babies, it's important to let them know they are not alone. A nurturing touch is key during times of extreme discomfort or panic.
Tender loving hug, it's free and it's the most effective way actually to calm your pets down.
A piece of cloth or scarf to snug our fur babies in can also help.
Having this anti-anxiety wrap helps our pets to calm down. Covering your pets with anti-anxiety wrap to calm them down is one of the most common practices. There's pressure caused by the wrap and it feels like they are being hugged by their owners.
But mind you, an anti-anxiety wrap should be done correctly. Shout out to dog owners out there.
Before wrapping them during the New Year's Eve, it requires a slow introduction maybe because abrupt wrapping can cause them to be stressed as well. Make sure na lang na snug yung anxiety or medyo tight siya pero hindi siya constricting naman.
Making an anti-anxiety wrap for cats is more tricky.
Pusa po, medyo mahirap sila lagyan ng cloth kasi nature nila na maging malikot talaga. Or pwede din actually yung towels na lang. Parang i-wrap siya as burrito, mga ganun. We can provide a box, or maybe if your cat panics most of the time with strong noises, then maybe put them in a crate muna, or a room specific for them only. If nakaput naman yung crate sa quiet area, then okay na po yan.
At 12 midnight on January 1st, take it easy as well on those yummy fare. Not just yours, but for your pets as well. Refrain from feeding fur babies table food, especially those that are oily and salty. And watch out as well for those round fruits you traditionally gather for good luck come New Year's Eve. We're definitely excited to ring in 2024, but wouldn't it be a happier time if each member of the household, including pets, can celebrate stress-free? As much as possible, go for alternative noisemakers, music, pots and pans, even car horns. Have a calm, safe, and happy New Year to you and your fur babies. For News 5, Laila Pangilinan, we are One News.
Time to take a quick break. One News Now will be back with more stories after that. Stay with us. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Denise Tan. 4 days ago, before the PUV consolidation deadline, more than 20% of traditional jeepneys in Metro Manila have yet to comply. That means about 31,000 jeeps are not part of cooperatives yet, in line with the government's modernization program. Operators and drivers who fail to consolidate stand to lose their franchises to operate after December 31. Recall that transport groups had conducted several protests against the program. One of them is Manibela, which is now asking President Marcos for some leeway. The group is asking for a provisional authority to allow their drivers without cooperatives to continue working.
Kahit provisional authority lang na hanggang December next year o maibalik na talaga yung aming mga prangkisa, talagang nakikiusap kami sa ating Pangulo na sana magkaroon siya ng puso sa ating mga pobreng tsuper at operator, na ito lamang yung alam po na kabuhayan natin sa ngayon, dahil nga wala namang available po na pagkakakitaan, at ito na yung niyakap naming kabuhayan.
In other news, the government is still studying whether or not to deal with the International Criminal Court or even return to its fold. For former Palace spokesman Harry Roque, this supposedly softer stance may have something to do with the destabilization rumors last month. Earlier, AFP chief Romeo Bronner claimed that he was misquoted when he mentioned rumblings among former armed forces officials. In his online program, Roque alleged that President Marcos could have gotten the wrong idea when his predecessor Rodrigo Duterte met with military veterans.
Hindi ko alam kung anong topic na usapan nila, pero baka may kinalaman yung sinasabi ni Armed Forces Chief of Staff Browder na distab. So at that point, nagkaroon ng duda na baka nagdi-distab itong si FPRRD. Samahan mo pa na biglang nagpulong si FPRRD kay President Xi. Diyan daw nabago. At diyan nagdesisyon daw ang PBBM mismo na makipagtulungan sa ICC at pag-aralan ang pagbalik sa ICC. Hindi po pala si House Speaker ito, si Presidente PBBM. Di umano ang nasa likod dito.
With the administration seemingly open mind towards the ICC, political commentator Ronald Llamas now expects a, quote, open warfare between Marcos and the Dutertes. In an interview with A Big Story, he also noted other incidents that led to a supposed conflict between the two camps, including the removal of Vice President Sara Duterte's confidential funds.
Tingin ko, Risa, hindi lang nawala yung unity ng UNITEAM. Ito ay open warfare na. Kaya medyo colorful, medyo intense, medyo masaya yung ating bagong taon. Hindi lang magpuputukan yung mga fireworks. Ang tingin ko, no, after ng New Year, ay makikita natin yung open warfare. Na medyo sinimulan na rin ni Vice President Sara Duterte nung binanatan niya si President Bongbong Marcos dun sa kanyang peace talk, no, a deal with the devil.
In entertainment, rave reviews pour in for MMFF entry Gomburza following its premiere on Christmas Day. Former Interior Secretary Rafael Alunan III called the historical film well-researched. Filipino artist Jim Paredes also gave Gomburza a stellar review, saying it surpassed his expectations. Former Vice President Leni Robredo found it unfortunate that the film is not being shown in theaters in Naga, Camarines Sur. But she already got tickets and is watching the period movie in Metro Manila. There was also clamor among moviegoers online to show the film in more theaters. The result, more movie houses have opened for Gomburza, a collaboration of Jesuit Communications and MQuest Ventures. The MMFF 2023 Gabi ng Parangal is happening tonight at the New Frontier Theater in Quezon City. 10 films will battle for several categories, including Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Director, Best Cinematography, and Best Film. The movies were selected from a record high of 30 submissions. These are Becky and Badet, Broken Heart Strip, Family of Two, Firefly, Gomburza, Kampon, Malyari, Penduko, Rewind, and When I Met You in Tokyo. The awards show begins at 7 in the evening and will be aired on TV5. One News Now will be back at 3:15 p.m. Join us again later. I'm Denise Tan. We are One News.